everyone, Princess Sarissa back with my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. And my save didn't go through for some reason. I don't know why. But, so I just, had to resave. So if it looks a little different, that's why. I did everything that I did, in the last thing. Except, I didn't buy the one ring. I believe the last time I bought the flame ring, I'm gonna buy a different ring this time, so. We were trying to go through this forest to find that old man who zaps people, but hey, we got these mini dragons here. New enemy we want to encounter. They were really good for experience. They each give 900 experience, so 900 times 5, 4,500. So we're looking at a little over 1,100 experience per character. He can be pretty tough though, because we don't have a way to hit them all with our party. And the Berserkers, because we can't control who they attack, they won't necessarily concentrate all their attack on one of the dragons, so. But good thing is, sometimes if the Berserker hits, they can pretty much take off most of their hit points, like 90% or more of their hit points, if they get a good hit on, so. And unfortunately, we don't get any of the instant death procs from the death sickles that they're having, but these guys are susceptible to the instant death. So the death sickles that Lenna and Faris have, they both have 33% chance to cause that instant KO effect, the instant death effect. But I'm not getting a good result with it here, so. But the good thing is that old man we want to come into the forest, he is actually, even though he's kind of a boss, he's susceptible to instant death, so. Yeah, most bosses have that flag that prevents you from using instant death on them, but some don't, and hey, take advantage of it when we can. So we just use TnyToe and Galuf to, you know, throw heals, so it's a good thing we got all those high potions from a long time ago. That'll definitely help keep us healed up here. Luckily the dragons, the worst that can happen is if they all decide to use that frost, that would really, really hurt. They always appear in groups of 5, so of course they're going to get easier as we start knocking some of them out, because there won't be as many to attack and potentially use that frost that hit us all, so. That aim command that Galuf's using there, that just basically guarantees that the next attack is going to hit, so there's a few enemies later on in the game that have really, really high evasion. So that's one way that you can kind of bypass that evasion. So. More frost bites. Ouch! So, hopefully though we'll be able to finish these off pretty quickly here. You see Faris took off a whole bunch of hit points there, so. Slow and steady, just, you know, keep ourselves healed up. So. Going through quite a few, high potions there, but hey. It's okay, we can always go back to the, ship. Well, no, we can't, because the ship is sunk. Oh, man. Well, there's other enemies that we can steal high potions from, so. But, I just remembered, hey, we can't go to that ship. It got sunk. Oh, no. But, have to try to hopefully find out what happened to that ship, but let's keep on walking around here in the forest here to try to find that old man who zaps people with lightning. Heal ourselves up with that tent because we lost a lot of hit points there fighting those mini dragons. They're a good source of experience, like I said, in the first world here, so. Most enemies don't give too much experience, so. It's more about not gaining levels, but more about gaining job points in this game, so that's why people can beat the game at such low levels as long as they have the right job abilities and skills, so. Well, here's Ramu. He is the level 2 lightning summon. He can hit you with Bolt 2, which does a lot of damage, single target. He has an electrocute ability, which single target does a little bit less damage than the Bolt 2, about half damage. And then he has a lightning attack, which hits everybody for a little bit more damage than the electrocute, but less than the Bolt 2, but it hits everybody, so. We use the standard thing here. TnyToe and Galuf will heal up. Galuf, you can have either bow on him, either the flame bow or the ice bow. Just don't have the lightning bow equipped on him. I kept the flame bow on him because after this we're going to go after another elemental summon, Shiva, back in Walse. We were told that Shiva was apparently imprisoned in Walse Castle. That's why the walls are always cold. So she's, being the ice element, is going to be weak against fire. So, and she has a few minions hanging out with her who will also be weak against fire. So Galuf will be able to do a lot of damage. So even though, you know, the archer, the ranger there doesn't have the strength and the class ability of the Berserker to, you know, kind of ignore defense and do extra damage, they can still do a lot of damage because they have the elemental weaknesses. So they're the instant death proc. So, Afreet, what are you doing here? Lord Ramu, you have become even more powerful. If you would lend that strength to us. Afreet, no need to say more. You and I have never been enemies. Alright, there we go. And we get Ramu. That's a treasure. So, I'm just off-screen in here. It took me like a little over 10 minutes to find this last enemy, the stone golem. Remember what the folks back at the Crescent Village said? They said that enemies made of stone fear gold needles. Gold needles remove the petrification, which is the stone status, on your characters. So if you use them on a stone enemy like that, it just instantly defeats them. So you got to see Galuf there. He finally got to use the animal attack there. There are multiple animal attacks, and they're kind of a little bit based on levels. I'll go over them in like another episode, because we ain't gonna be using them too much now. But yeah, it's just they summon a random animal that does some different properties, so different effects. So let's head back into town here, sell a few things, and then we're gonna make our way over then to Walse. So sell these mithril gauntlets. We don't need them. Let's see, we have a moo there. That's a little as a piece of treasure there. And so we're gonna head to Walse to get Shiva, another summon. So let's hop on our black chocobo. And the world wraps around, so it's actually quicker to get to Walse by heading west, and then we'll loop over around the world. We're gonna get over there to where our Hiryu dragon is, and luckily they have a little icon there flashing, so you can kind of see where it is. So we're near the North Mountain up there. And we're gonna have to park a little bit away from the town and the castle, but that's okay. If we get into an enemy fight, it's not that bad. Let's go stop here at the inn, because I'm also going to want to defeat that Jackanapes. Remember, Jackanapes always back attacks you unless you have a thief, because one of the thief's ability is, you know, that vigilance, you'll never get back attacked. The Jackanapes can be really hard to defeat, but with the Berserker can bypass his really high defense and actually deal damage to him and take him out. Another way you can take him out is if you have ninjas, you can throw a ninja star at him, and that'll finish him off. But we don't have that, but we do have 2 Berserkers, so that'll be good. The only thing bad is I don't have any non-elemental bows, and the Jackanapes absorbs all elements. So I make a little bit of a mistake. I actually target the Jackanapes with Galuf, and I hit him with the bow, and he heals some hit points up, but not enough to counteract the damage that the Berserkers do. So I'm just staying really close to the stairway here, so I don't have to run back far. So I don't want to go deep into this little dungeon here and you know, have to fight a bunch of these guys. So yeah, see, I attacked them before I even got before whatchamacallit, I did any damage to him, so that healing didn't help him out. So Moon Flute, that's a blue magic spell that we can learn later on. And basically what it does is just berserks your characters. That's why you can see that TnyToe and Galuf are all red. That means they're in the berserk status. Lenna and Faris' berserkers have the innate berserk ability on them, so they ain't affected by Moon Flute because they're already berserked. So, lucky berserk sometimes makes you miss more, so that meant Galuf would miss more with the bow and wouldn't heal that Jackanapes up, but Luckily, 2 hits of the Berserkers finished them off. And now we can head outside. Gotta remember, this castle gonna be kind of confusing. There we go, we head out this way. Then we're gonna head into the moat. And from the moat, we can head to the back to that little tower that I pointed out earlier, a few episodes ago. But we didn't go into the tower, because there was no reason to go into the tower, because this is the tower where Shiva is. And we weren't strong enough to take out Shiva earlier. If you had a different character, like maybe the Black Mage, you would have been able to, because you could have exploited Shiva's elemental weakness to fire with the Black Mage, but we waited until we had the Ranger, because now we can exploit that elemental weakness with the Flame Bow. So, Galuf has the Flame Bow equipped. And I am Shiva the Ice Goddess. If you will command me, first you must prove your worth. Alright, now Shiva comes with 3 minions. The Ice Commanders there. So you kind of want to maybe take them out first. So you can target, if you just have a regular party, then you can target, because remember, if you target someone in the back row, you deal less damage. But we don't have to worry about with the Ranger, because bows, they don't matter. It doesn't matter what row an enemy is in, the bow will deal same damage, so. But if you have a party that, you know, don't have bows or anything like that, or magic, you want to try to take out the Ice Commanders first. That way you bring Shiva to the front row. And the Ice Commanders have less hit points, so they only have 600 hit points, so they'll fall easier than Shiva would. But I wasn't really worried about that, because, you know, the Berserkers will just hit anything, so it didn't matter. Here we get another Frost Rod for defeating Shiva, and we also get the Esper Shiva, which we will never use because we can't have summoners in this playthrough. If you want to see what that summon's like, though, you can look at last year's playthrough for Rabbit and Small Animal Rescue. I had a summoner with that playthrough, so. Well, that takes care of Walse Castle here. So we saw the Jackanapes enemy, we got the Ice Commander and Shiva. So, woohoo! Well, I guess we should probably head over to the ancient library to let Cid and Mid know that we found the Crescent Island they wanted us to find, but unfortunately we lost the steam-powered ship that they worked so hard to you know, build. Or so there's Tycoon Castle, Tycoon Meteor. You just gotta keep heading south west. There's a weird shrine there. I wonder how we're gonna get that. It's all surrounded by mountains. Now that'll be important much later in the game. For now, though, we just have to ignore it, because we can't do anything with it. But we can head back to the ancient library. Before we head back to the ancient library, we want to kind of show something off then a little bit here. Well, before we advance the plot, so. Hey, you're back! Cid, we found Crescent Island, but the fire-powered ship is gone. Oh, so, whatever. We'll just build another one. Wow. More importantly, we've learned the whereabouts of King Tycoon. What? He was seen in Karnak. From there, he moved on to the desert of Shifting Sands. Shifting Sands, you say? It's a desert to the west of here, where the sand flows like water. Thus the name. It's impossible for people to enter. They say that past the desert is the town of Rune, but no one can enter it. No one can enter the desert. How do we pass? Good question. Witnesses claim to see him floating in midair. Floating? Father. Come on, it's not that we're getting any closer to that desert by sitting around here. Doesn't matter how close you get to it if we don't know how to get in. Maybe we'll see it and be inspired. Don't tell me you're afraid of some sand, old man. Please, when I was your age, we crossed burning sand every day and liked it. Come on, TnyToe. Let's check it out. I did do some of the dialogue a little faster, so I may have misread some stuff, because I was just reading what I thought it said, so. Let's go heal ourselves up here. Little healing pot, yay! And some of these scholars have some new things to say, now that Cid and Mid are back. The desert of Shifting Sands, how can we pass through? The town of Rune is on the other side of the desert. I wonder if that was really the king of Tycoon. It's true, King Tycoon went into the desert. So apparently ruins of an advanced civilization over there. The Blackbird Row, is that a black chocobo? I thought they were extinct. The sand cone is so fast it's impossible to cross. Well, we kind of went to that desert earlier. I just showed it off, but we're going to have to head there, and that's how we're going to advance the plot. But I'll show you why we can't just fly over the desert, because the town of Rune, where we saw the Earth Crystal was at, yeah, there's no forest to land on, and the Black Chocobo has to land in forest. So it looks like we're stuck going through that shifting sand desert. Well, we don't have a plan to get through the shifting sand desert. Well, luckily, all we have to do is go to the desert, and Cid and Mid will meet us over there. I guess they're pretty tough, because, well, Mid wandered back to from the ancient library to Karnak all by himself, so he must be pretty tough at taking out monsters, so maybe that's why he's able to, come over here and, you know, not worry about the monsters between the ancient library and the shifting sand desert over here, so we'll just put your tent here. And we'll change our class here. The problem with, we have a boss coming up here, and he hides in different holes. And the problem is, if you hit the hole that he's not in, he does a counterattack. And he counterattacks with a gravity spell, and that takes off a percentage of your hit points. So, even though the Berserkers do a lot of damage, not being able to control the Berserker and where they hit can really cause this boss to be difficult. So, I'm going to change out, only have one Berserker because we have to because of the rules of the Fiesta. And I'll come back on our next episode to take on the Sandworm. Take care, have a good day. Bye!